Guys, we are here again with another chapter of Shadow Sleep, and it's chapter 2964, which is called Final Mercy. To give you a brief of the previous chapter, Mordred failed his apostasy, he became corrupted, Asturion barged in, and Mordred just vanished. And he escaped, as always. He ran away. I mean, I knew that Mordred would do something like that. He was just bullshitting when he said that he is not going to escape from Asturion now, this and that and that. In the end, he did escape, man. He is a fraud. Fraudred, if I may say. And now that Cassie is trying to run away from Asturion, and it's not going well. The escape plan is not going well. There was no plan to begin with, but still, escape is not going well. Asturion chose to follow Cassie instead of Mordred, so Cassie is cooked. Let's see what this chapter has to offer to us. And again, chapter 2964, Final Mercy. Cassie reached the third floor of the Ebony Tower, the floor where Nether's workshop had been. The window suddenly exploded into a hurricane of crystal fragments, and a swarm of black crows poured inside like a torrent of hungry darkness. The crows surrounded her in a deafening choir of cries, a myriad of sharp talons and cruel beaks rendered at her face and sinking into her body, making her bleed. Cassie raised a hand to protect her eyes and let out a short cry, staggering towards the wall and slamming into it at a full speed. Wake of ruin. The swarm of crows barred her path, cutting off her only path to salvation. Looking at the stairs leading to the fourth floor, Cassie gritted her teeth and readied her dagger. Her exhausted voice sounded hoarse when she spoke, her tone full of dark determination. Out of my way, Cor. I don't have time for mercy today. The crows did not listen, and Cassie is getting locked in. If she has to escape, she has to do something crazy, like attempting apostasis. I think this is the moment that Cassie is finally going to start the act of defiance to attain natural supremacy. Let's see. At the same time as Cassie attempted to ascend the Ebony Tower, Mordred escaped from the mirror hidden on its underground floor. He rolled on the cold obsidian, suppressing a scream, and remained motionless for a few moments. His body contorted in painful convulsions. Finally broken and dirty, he let out a tortured groan and pushed himself off the black stone. Kneeling in front of the mirror, he drew a shaky breath and then slowly raised his pale face to look at his reflection. His reflection was looking back at him with worry and panic. The concerned world of white mist behind it, drowning in wild darkness. What do we do, brother? What did you do? What did you do, brother? What did you do? So the other Mordred, the kind red, if I may say, does not know what happened. I think he must have said in some previous chapter that he knows some of the things that's happening and he doesn't know all of the things that are happening. I think he also said that the Mordred that we know shows him things that he wants him to show, something like that. So he does not know fully what has happened till now, and that Astarion is on their asses. The other's voice was shaking. Mordred's soul was being consumed by the corruption, and his mind was drowning in the alien endlessness of the void. He could feel the nightmare spell turning its back on him, abandoning him like a lost cause. A pale smile illuminated his bloodied face, and then he let out a laugh. Crimson drops falling from the corners of his mouth. What did I do? Mordred paused for a moment, his face contorting in agony. Then, overcoming it, he drew a hoarse breath and said in a bitter tone, "Everything. I did everything, everything I could." His reflection looked behind it at the wild darkness flooding the concerned expanse of white mist. The face of the other was pale, twisted in terror. Mordred studied him for a short while, then forced out a smile. But what can you do? Doing your best doesn't always pan out. Life is unfair that way. It was so cruelly difficult to keep stringing words together, to keep himself together. The vast darkness was flooding his mind, full of visions of so alien that there were no words to describe them. Radiant, harrowing, utterly revolting, irresistible, inevitable. Mordred knew that he did not have much time left. He looked down, whispering, "Unfair, it's unfair, unfair. Why do you get to. He growled, clutching at his face, his nails leaving deep grooves on his skin. Then he grew still, remained silent for a few moments, then said in a hollow tone, "I really hate you, you know." The other Mordred looked at him with a solemn expression. "I know." Mordred grinned. "I wanted to kill you for a long, long time, you know." He laughed. "Now is my chance, don't you think?" Then his laughter turned into a groan and he shook his head slowly. "It truly is frustrating, my hateful brother. I want wasted so much effort on so many fruitless things, and in the end I still ended up no better than that pathetic revolting thing, Stole Stealer. No, that detestable abomination never attained supremacy, did he? So I will be like the Skinwalker instead. Why did I even bother destroying it then? Huh? Answer me." The other Mordred remained silent, not knowing what to say. Mordred stared at him for a moment and then scoffed. "Gods, why are you so useless? You can't even. He paled and then let out a scream, bending down to the ground. A bestial growl escaped from his lips, full of anger and torment. "No, no, becoming like one of those contempli- contemptible things does not agree with me. I refuse the indignity of becoming like them. You wretched fool. I rather die." His reflection finally moved, leaning towards the surface of the mirror as the world became consumed by darkness. Behind it, the darkness coming closer and closer, its tendrils almost reaching his secluded refuge. "Is that why you came here, brother? Do you finally need my help?" He looked at Mordred and then smiled sadly. In the end, it is this the only way I can be helpful. All I can do is help you die." His gaze was mournful as he studied Mordred's broken figure. "Is so I am willing. I will help you, brother. All I have to do is destroy myself, right? If that means that you don't have to suffer anymore, of course I will." His tone was kind and soothing. Mordred stared at him silently for a few long moments and then snarled through the pain. "What are you talking about, you fool?" Just as the darkness was about to swallow his reflection, he reached into the mirror and grabbed him by the throat. Pulling his other self from the reflection, Mordred threw him to the ground and growled. "And what were you doing? Just waiting there to be consumed by the corruption? Have you no mind of your own, you pitiful worm?" He stared at the other part of himself hatefully for a few long moments, swaying from the strain of keeping the corruption from consuming him whole. He could keep it at bay still, just barely. He was already forgetting why he wanted to, though. Mordred inhaled deeply. "You see my loathsome flaw. I am unwilling to become a demented abomination, but I am also reluctant to let the dreamspawn win, to let this cursed world win and devour me, to let the story of Mordred of Nowhere come to a meaningless conclusion. Nothing more than a side character in the annals of history, a stepping stone for the dreamspawn to leave behind on his path to ascension." So he looked into the eyes of his other self. A horror darkness slowly seeping into his own. I don't need you to destroy yourself, fool. Mordred lingered for a moment and then forced out a smile, a hint of amusement finding its way on his pained voice. I need you to destroy me instead. My god, what the actual hell? I mean, I knew that if we are going to have Mordred in future, we would have to get Kindred to kill him, but I thought it would happen because Mordred would become corrupted, and then with help of Sunny, Nephis, Cassie, and other people, Kindred will kill his other half. But I was wrong. Mordred chose himself. Mordred himself chose. I went there and told him to. I want you to destroy me instead. And that's some character development, I would say. And that's the end of the chapter. My god, and this is just goated, man. Goated. Very, 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 very good chapter, man. We are going to have finally going to have a Kindred, and if not with humans, at least he will not be against humans, and he will had have sympathy and such things also. So let's see how it's going to go. I mean, when will Cassie start to become supreme? Moderate Will Mordred fight back now, or will he escape from Dreamspawn? And what the hell is happening with Sunny and Nephis and the wild thieving bird, I must say. And by that I remember that Sunny still does not have all seven of his shadows, like echoes, that kind of shadows, which stay in his soul sea. So I now believe that now that the wild thieving bird spawn is a shadow creature, technically it's Sunny's own child, but I think he's going to kill the wild thieving bird, add it to his shades, and then he is going to kill the spawn and add it to his shadows, like Saint, Slayer, Nightmare, Serpent, Fiend. Saint, Slayer, Nightmare, Serpent, Fiend. These are five that he currently has. Then he's going to add the wild thieving bird spawn as the sixth member. So very excited to read what's going to happen in the future, and I'm going to wait a few days for more chapters to come before starting to read again. So I will see you then. And if you like this content, this type of content, if you like my content, all you have to do is like this video and subscribe to the channel, so that you get to see more of these content. And thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.